Can I be completely honest with you? The first time I've ever read a JSA comic was around Thanksgiving for the JSA JLA Thanksgiving special. I know most of the characters, I just never read their comic. So if you're a JSA vet, feel free to help out in the comments. If you're brand new to this like me, guess we're going in this thing together. My name is Dorian, this is SCO Comics. We're starting our covers of JSA, that's Justice Society of America, with number 1. Our story starts off with the narrator saying how the JSA, Justice Society of America, has been there since the Second Great War. Now, I might be a JSA noob, but I do know one thing. That's the Spectre. Like, are we trying to say that the Spectre couldn't end the war all by himself? Or Dr. Fate couldn't end the war all by himself? Hell, Alan Scott or maybe Jade Garrett probably could have ended the war by themselves. Like, I know. Different time. Through all the different crises, the members have changed, but the premise has always stayed the same. Even when they recently almost got clapped during Absolute Power, which link to the playlist will be in the description. Cover the whole thing. And even now, technically, they're part of the Justice League Unlimited. They still have their own wing, and they're still the JSA. Link to that playlist is also in the description. I think we covered too many comics here. Do we need to slow down? Let me know in the comments if we need to slow down. But now, there's something that threatens to tear them apart forever. But now we cut to present day Louisiana, where you have two bad guys and they're running for their lives and are arguing with each other, so you know that's not going to end well. And one of the dudes like, the dark, it moved. And the other dude's like, what do you mean the dark moved? What are you talking about? He's like, the shadows. And then we turn to the next page, and if I saw what he saw, I'd have been scared out of my mind too. Now, the dude with the shadow monsters, his name is Obsidian. Now, he debuted in, I believe it was Doomsday Clock, number 12, which we all know what a debacle that was. You know what, one day we're going to cover Doomsday Clock, and we're going to cover it like straight through. Because if you were reading it back then, it felt like it took decades to come out. Like by the time the next issue came out, you was like, I forgot what happened in the last one. So Obsidian is interrogating these guys as he's scaring the bejesus out of them. One of them was about that life, one of them was not. Like this dude was about to tell everything. I mean everything. Well, like I said, one of them was about that life. He grabbed his gun, he was like traitor, and blast this dude right in the head. I mean, did not hesitate. And then was about to cap himself. And all of a sudden, we see lightning, and it's Jesse Quick. She takes the gun out of the dude's hand, like he didn't even realize, like his hand is still cocked, like he has a gun in it. And she's like, nah, that ain't happening this time. So you have Wildcat. This is the female Wildcat. This is Yolanda Matisse. And she's like grabbing the bombs off the dead dude. But Obsidian, he's like, oh no, this ain't going down this way. I came for some information. I'm gonna get this information. And if you bought that life, that is fine. So I'm about that life too. And he starts using his like whatever it is, and it starts going in the old boy's nose. When finally Jade comes, like, look, you can't be torturing the bad guys for information. We're the Justice Society. You can't do things like this. So they start arguing back and forth about what to do. Finally, Jade's like, look, I'm the chair of the Justice Society. In other words, what I say goes, and I say we ain't torturing nobody, so, and we're getting the hell out of here. She uses her powers, grabs the whole boy, and flies off. So now we cut to the JSA headquarters. You can tell by the table. And they're still arguing. Now, technically, this is pretty much Infinity Inc. They're like going to be like the second generation of the Justice Society. And whenever the Justice Society step down, because a lot of those dudes are old, then I guess these are the people that are going to take their place. So now Sand pretty much tells everybody to shut up and focus, because a week ago, the Brownstone got hit. Alan Scott, Jade Garrett, Dr. Fate, Wildcat, Hawkman, and Hawkgirl all came up missing. And Joaquin Thunder was gravely injured and is in no shape to let them know what happened. So Jesse Quick suggests that they divide and conquer. Some of them go after Colorist, some of them try to find out what happened to the others. Hourman's like, oh, so you guys are going to secret missions, then, tell me about it? And Jesse Quick's like, what the hell's going on? So they're like having like a lover's quarrel right now. in the meeting. Sand suggests that they bring in Mr. Terrific and the other reservists, and they use all the fancy technology that's in the new watchtower to try to help them with this. And then Jade's like, well, so we have more people running around here doing whatever the hell they want, and then that starts an argument with Obsidian again. So finally, Ilana gets pissed off at Jade because she just feels like she's being too soft about the whole situation. So some of them agree with Jade, some of them agree with Obsidian, but they all agree to break off because meeting is now adjourned. So I guess Stan stays back. I guess him and Jade got a little something going on, but Jade's like, not right now. Like, right now I gotta transfer the prisoner, I gotta check on Jakeem, like I got stuff I gotta do because, you know, she's in charge right now. And then you got Hourman and Jesse Quick, and they're still arguing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys are supposed to be saving the world, not making babies. What the hell's going on? Like, man, everybody got a little boo thing, don't they? Jesus. Every man in the Justice Society is like, I'm gonna shoot my shot like 2K. So now we cut to the infirmary, or at least a hospital. I don't know which one. I'm thinking it's the infirmary, where you see Jakeem, and like I said, he is gravely wounded, laid up, and in no condition to say anything. And the person that's with him, that's checking on him, I'm assuming that's just a nurse there, but I mean, the way she's dressed up, her name is Beth. I don't know who she is at all. Anyway, she's worried about Jakeem, like he might not make it. And then Jade has to let him know that, look, it's Dr. Midnight that worked on him, and Dr. Midnight is probably one of the best surgeons in the world. So now we cut to the Tower of Fate, and that's where our missing heroes are at. And wherever they are, it does not look good. It looks like hell, but it's probably not. But it looks like it. So whatever the forces that are gathering outside of the Tower of Fate, Dr. Fate is trying to keep out, but he's having issues because he said there's a ton of them out there, and they all want to get let in. So Alan Scott's checking on Jay Garrett. Jay Garrett's running around the Tower of Fate trying to find a doorway so that they can get back to their own reality. But the Tower of Fate is infinite, and even though he's super fast, he can pretty much be running forever. So Jay Garrett says something about loss. All of a sudden, Dr. Fate goes, did you say loss? Next thing you know, he's in his own little separate dimension in his head. This thing floats up to him and goes, it's okay, child. You shouldn't have to suffer alone. I'll take the burden. Touches Dr. Fate. He screams no. Now he's down for the count. If he was the only thing keeping those things out, well, now they're coming in. As we see Hawkeye and Hawkgirl trying to fight him, but there is a lot of them. So now we cut back to the Justice Society at the Brownstone in New York, and we see Obsidian walking by himself. All of a sudden, he opens up a portal, he walks through it, and we see it is not Obsidian, it is Johnny Sorrow. And he just walked into a meeting of the Injustice Society. Now, I don't know a lot of these guys here, but I do know Solomon Grundy, and I know Gentleman Ghost. Please, fill us in on anything I might have left out, said wrong, or just messed up when it comes to this. Like I said, when it comes to JSA, I'm a newbie.